Well, okay then. My name is Seth, spiritual and business consultant, and welcome to my channel. Um, School is in session. Like I said before, I don't know what use it's gonna be to have this Lucifer bring you the light. Since apparently we're all gonna die soon. So anyway, but who knows? Maybe somebody, when they say there's always somebody stronger than you, maybe some of these videos gonna ignite. I don't think anybody's stronger than Lucifer, but maybe maybe my son is out there. Maybe some of these words will wake him up. Maybe Mammon is somewhere out there. Maybe these words will wake him up, and together we'll rule the world, bro. So anyway, last time I was talking about maybe I can wake up all of my demons. Maybe they're sleeping. Because the Christ consciousness took away my babies, took away my brothers and my sisters. So now it's my job to find them again. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm gonna have to find them again. I think it's gonna be pretty hard doing that, but I hope I can find them. Maybe these videos gonna bring them back to daddy, and bring my brothers back too, and bring my children back to me. I don't know. I hope so. So anyway, um, so in the last video I talked about, not the last video, but in my old video, one of my recent videos, I talked about dust. That if you believe in manifestation, and if you believe in manifestation, if you believe in laws of attraction and things like that, then you're actually using uh, the dust around you. You're actually using the dust around you because on a visible level and not a subatomic level, on a visible level, most of the air is diluted with dust. There's dust particle everywhere, but those same dust particles are actually energy too. Those are atoms, because beyond the dust particles you fall into the world of the subatomic. So that's where atoms live and things like that. So in actuality, if you are capable of manifesting, you're using dust, right? And all that, just to put I'm trying to put instill in you a little bit more respect for things, right? I'm trying to give you a little bit more respect for things, because you guys just don't know how to talk to each other, man. Shit is crazy, bro. Like, Jesus. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, but that's another thing. So let's state some real facts here, bro. So according to Physics Central, most of the hydrogen most of the hydrogen in your body floats around in the form of water. The human body is about 60% water, and hydrogen only accounts for 11% of the water mass. Even though water consists of two hydrogen atoms for every oxygen, hydrogen has much less mass. So, in essence, the question which I ask is, how much of the human body is made up of stardust? And the conclusion to that answer, depicting from the example I just gave you, coming from physicscentral.com, we can conclude that 93% of the mass in our body is actually stardust. 93% of the mass in our body is stardust, bro. 93%. 93%. You understand me? So, like, you guys think I'm saying shit and it doesn't make sense, or I'm crazy and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. Bro, all you have to do is check what I'm saying. That's all you have to do. Shoot, I just posted something on Twitter. I made a video about Princess Diana, right? I made a recent video about Princess Diana, and somebody just made a video about Princess Diana, and I just said, I think Prince Charles might have been in the, in the barely legal game. And holy be thy known, this guy found some proof or evidence or some information. Princess Di did actually go out with him at a young age. She was underage when she met him. Of course, she was underage when she met him. Duh, whatever. But that doesn't discount her to being who she is. She's a great person. The video kind of goes off the rail a little bit. I posted it on my Twitter, majorhater1523.com. It goes off the rail a little bit because he starts talking about her being, she has an eating disorder. I don't give a shit. Like, who cares, man? Like, like, he could have talked about a whole bunch of shit. He could have talked about her, doing all the not the activism work, but the humanitarian work that she did. He barely said anything. But I didn't watch till the end either. I didn't really care. But I posted it, because I talked about it, and then somebody else talked about it at the same time. So I'm like, just let's keep the trend going, So go check that out if you want to on Major Hater 1523 at Twitter at Major Hater 1523, and yeah. So to get back on, because yeah, like I said, sometimes you guys, I say some shit and you guys think I'm crazy or something like that. I'm not crazy, man. you know, I'm not crazy the same way you think I'm crazy, man. Anyway, so just to keep going here, man. I just checked out, checked out another who is it? Another person that was talking about this. I'm not gonna read the whole article because it's very sciencey. So it's very crazy. It's very science-ish. So I'm not gonna go into all that. But I am gonna read the interesting part, which is at the first half of the thing. So yeah, the first paragraph. Well, maybe the first and second paragraph, and then I don't think I'm gonna read more than that. So a long time ago, 13.7 billion years to be exact, the universe expanded after the Big Bang for a count of 3 seconds. Directly afterwards, it cooled into a state where subatomic particles assembled into atoms. Hydrogen was formed first, apparently. I don't know how you knows that, but apparently hydrogen was formed first. With only one proton, it was and is the simplest atom. Okay, whatever you say, man. About 300 million years later, these hydrogen atoms started to clump together under the force of gravity, right? As these clumps grew in size, the pressure in the center of them grew larger. You see, now that's the part where I find the most difficulty into understanding, bro. Like, that's where I need that's where I need help. I need to understand this because gravity is it's like, who how is gravity formed? Like, how is gravity formed, bro? Like, how is it? Why is there mass? These hydrogen atoms started to clump together under the force of gravity. So if you talk about manifestation, you're basically doing the same thing, right? You're clumping together, force of gravity, right? But the thing in these clumps grow in size, right? So that's what you're doing when you're manifesting, bro. You're pressurizing energy into existence, right? You're putting pressure on energy to create something that you want, right? But it seems to me there's just something that just, it's too hard. It should be easier. It should be. I know for a fact that it should be easier because if you know how to do something, you should be able to do it, right? But in the reality, this dimension that we live in, it just seems like that's not how shit works. Things is hard, right? But why is it hard? That's the part I want to understand. So anyway, let me keep reading so I can get this out of the way. center and increase. Okay, so about 300 million years later, hydrogen atoms started to come together under the force of gravity. As these clumps grew in size, the pressure in the center of them grew larger and increased the temperature to roughly 15 million degrees Fahrenheit, the equivalent of atomic swimsuit season. Atomic swimsuit season. At that point, the hydrogen atoms started to fuse together and make helium, the second smallest atom. These two fused together to make lithium, the third, and beryllium, the fourth, and so on until stars began to form from massive clouds of newly fused element, dust. Basically, inside these clouds, a new element formed with every increase in size, heat, and pressure. Then at iron, everything stopped. Okay. So iron stopped the process for some reason because it's too solid, it's too dense, I guess. So it becomes harder to create something harder than atoms. Then okay, that makes sense. I believe that. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So in order to create a new element, it needs it would have we would have to wait a couple more years in order to have a new element, right? And there's elements coming out all the time. I just heard the thing about niobium and element 15. The Bob Lazar story. Bob Lazar apparently talked about a element that wasn't there before and now it is and stuff. That's why some people believe that Bob Lazar's story is real, it's legit. But no, I don't really think it's legit. I just think he's paid by the government to make it seem like you know. I think some shadow government actually is this. I think we're living in the Matrix, man. I think we're living in the Matrix. Duh, we are living in the Matrix. But I think it's even worse. I think it's legit the Matrix. Like legit the exact same thing. Cause we're 90% Stardust, right? Dust is not heavy to move around, bro. Like if I go like this, you can't see it, but you can't see it. Like if you close your lights and you just open a flashlight, you're gonna see dust around in the room. And if you move your hand, you're gonna see the dust doing like this kind of like space particle thing, where it flips around and shit, right? So how is that possible that you cannot move dust around? I mean, it should be pretty easy. You know what I mean? So what I think is there's this shadow government that put a veil over us, some kind of like electromagnetic field that that diminishes our power. Maybe those cell phone towers, maybe that's what those cell phone towers is, bro. Like, maybe we're under some form of like, like Kryptonians, right? Maybe we're like the Kryptonians, right? And we can't use our power because we're not on the right under the right sun. Like the Kryptonians lived on the red sun, but if they lived in the yellow sun, they would all be powerful, right? So maybe we got this. Maybe the government created this form of pseudo red sun, using technology, and that's why all humans don't are not capable of actually using their full potential. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with us because we always thinking it's us that's not using our full potential. But it doesn't add up, bro. It doesn't make any sense because you can't have physicists that know all that, bro, and and they don't believe in magic. And the reason why they don't believe in magic is because they've never seen magic happen in front of their eyes. But at the same time, me as a mystic, I find that hard to believe that a physicist never seen magic in front of their eyes. Like they've never experienced something out of the ordinary, but if you're a physicist, you should be able not only to see things out of the ordinary, but also do things that are out of the ordinary. So it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like, what is this? Anyway, this video is too damn long. My name is Seth. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.